Hello everybody and welcome back to Plant Boy. My name is Cade and today we are going to be discussing aloe vera care. You are probably familiar with the aloe vera plant as a medicinal plant that is a succulent that is often used to treat burns. And homegrown aloe can definitely be used medicinally. You can actually just cut the foliage off of the plant like I did here, go as close to the base of the plant as possible with some clean shears, and then you can just press that juice out of the plant, and you can store this in the fridge for up to like a week or so, I found. However, it is toxic if orally ingested or if it comes in contact with any kind of mucous membranes like your mouth or your eyes, so be aware of that. Only use it topically. It is also toxic to animals as well, so be aware of that. So let's start with light. Your aloe prefers a lot of bright indirect light. You may initially think that your aloe, because it is a succulent and a desert plant, is going to prefer a lot of direct light. However, I found that is not necessarily the case. So I did have some scorched foliage on this plant in front of me here. And it kind of looks like this. You can see it kind of dots and it turns a little brown or black or yellow. And that was definitely a sign to me that it was getting some direct light that it didn't really enjoy. So make sure you're giving it a lot of light, but make sure that is not direct light unless it is artificial light. Temperature-wise, with many houseplants, the aloe actually prefers a little bit of a warmer temperature. Somewhere between 55 to 80 degrees is ideal. Humidity-wise, these plants are desert plants, so they are not going to really prefer high humidity situations. They can tolerate it, no problem, but they will do just fine in very dry climates as well. So moving on to watering your aloe vera, I cannot give you a definite time period of when you should water your aloe because I do not know the pot size, the planting medium, the type of pot that you're using, the light, the wind, the watering schedule, so on and so forth. So a good rule of thumb is to let your aloe dry completely out. If you have something like a soil probe to test the moisture in the soil, that would be really beneficial so you can get down into the pot and really see if there's any moisture left. And I would absolutely recommend that you are planting your aloe, as well as many succulent type plants, in a terracotta pot. And the reason for this is because terracotta actually wicks up excess moisture. So the porous nature of terracotta is actually going to wick up all of the excess moisture out of that soil versus like a plastic planter is not going to breathe very easily, and it is much easier to expose your plant to rot due to overwatering because the plant cannot breathe as well because that terracotta is not there to wick up the excess moisture. Furthermore, you definitely want to make sure that you are planting your aloe vera in a very well draining mix. Something that is very high in perlite, bark, or sand, or a chunkier substrate like bark is really beneficial to allow a lot of water to drain through and not stick around on the roots of the plant. This plant obviously has an extensive amount of water storage capability within its foliage, so that should be an indication to us as plant parents that we should not be super liberal with the watering. We should definitely be more conservative with watering our succulent plants. As with many succulents, it's not necessarily recommended for you to fertilize them. Not many people really recommend that you fertilize succulents because they are pretty self-sufficient and they are used to very dry, unforgiving climates where not a lot of nutrients are coming in. So that being said, you could definitely use an artificial like all-purpose fertilizer, but dilute that heavily. Dilute it to probably a quarter of what it says on the packaging. Better yet, you could use a natural option such as like a kelp and seaweed or a fish emulsion oil. That would work really well because that has a lower content of those macro and micronutrients, which will not over fertilize the plant. It's a little bit more gentle. I think we've covered just about everything except for propagation, and that is why we have this teeny little aloe here So this is a mother plant that I purchased a little over a year ago. I harvested pups that looked just like this, and what you can see here, and they are here. So just in a year, these plants can get extremely large. If you're interested in seeing how you propagate pups, I do have a video. I will have that pop up here at this eye icon, and you can watch me repot an aloe plant that was in this planter, which was this plant here, and harvest a pup off of it, which is here. So by the end of this growing season, around August or September, I would really expect this guy to be probably 3/4 of this size, I would expect. So yeah, everyone, I hope that you found all of these tips helpful. Please like this video if that is the case, and let me know if you have any recommendations on any videos that I should make, or anything that you want to see covered, and let me know if you have any questions on aloe care. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.